Well, it was disappointment for the two title challengers here at UFC 248 in Las Vegas. Neither Yoel Romero or Joanna Jędrzejczyk are able to capture titles in our co-main and main event. Romero definitely in this fight did not produce the effort that many people were hoping to expect out of him. He really, in the minds of many, including myself, this was his last major opportunity to go for a title. We thought he'd maybe put a little more out there in this fight. Not the way it happened. It was pretty lackluster, and I think for him at 42 years old, probably not seeing him fight for a title, but he is still a top-ranked contender in this division and is probably going to get a big, significant fight coming out of this. And I think the one you go to, as much as he may act like he doesn't want it, is going to be Darren Till. I think that's a fight that makes a lot of sense. Dana White was here saying that he is looking at Till to headline the UFC's return to Dublin later this year. Romero didn't take a whole lot of damage in this fight, so I think the timing could line up for there. I think the whole storyline of Darren Till acting like he's very scared of Yoel Romero is quite entertaining, but I don't think that's actually true deep down. I think Till would be interested in having that fight for sure. So I think as long as Romero's good to go within a few months, that's a matchup they should definitely make, just because I think the storyline makes itself there. As far as the co-main event, Jędrzejczyk, man, she took all sorts of damage in there. I don't think we see her back anytime soon, but she is going to definitely keep going. I actually spoke to her manager briefly after the fight. She said she is absolutely heartbroken, completely understandable. I did score the fight in her favor, and I think some others did as well, which could certainly qualify her for an argument to run this back immediately with Wally, but I don't think that's the fight we see here. I think there's other contenders out there, a matchup you could build back to this rematch here, and I think a fight that you do is against Tatiana Suarez. We know Suarez has some lingering injuries. We don't know when she's going to be back. I think it might be still a few months, but I think that timing could line up perfectly with Jędrzejczyk after she recovers from here. That is a very obvious #1 contenders fight in my mind if it gets made. You could argue Suarez has already done enough to get that title shot, but I think after this long layoff she's had, it's going to be even longer before she's ready. She's going to need one more to just kind of get her familiar, get her back in the fighting mode again. I think Jędrzejczyk, of course, a huge name that could potentially just take her over the top in terms of that title contention. Jędrzejczyk beats Suarez, she's right back in this mix and she's fighting for a title again. So I think for those two title fight losers, there's opportunities for them to get right back in the spot. They'll have big fights next. All they need to do is win, and they're in very good positions going forward.